order to escape the middle class mindset, it's crucial to know what it is and why you keep getting stuck there. The poor work to make an income and then pay expenses. The middle class works to pay off their liabilities, the house, the car, the credit cards, etc. And the rich don't need to work because they've learned how to get their asset to work for them. This is exactly what Robert Kiyosaki shares inside the book Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Even if you've already read it, this is the book you should come back to at least once a year. Lucky for you, today we're revisiting the 5 main lessons inside and sharing 3 challenges you can put into place today, because it's not just about reading, but actually putting it to the test. If you only learn these 2 things today, you'll already be ahead of the majority of the middle class. There's a big difference between an income statement and a balance sheet. An income statement documents what comes in and what comes out. This is how the poor live day to day, only focus on the salary they're making and then fixating on what they're spending. Just like we learned from the book review on I Will Teach You How to Be Rich, this isn't how you become rich. The middle class starts incorporating the balance sheet. So not only do they have their income and expenses, but now their income is mostly going towards the liabilities found on their balance sheet. The problem is they're forgetting about the second column in a balance sheet, which are the assets they're building. If you ask any person in the middle class, they'll consider their home to be an asset. 99% of the time, it's not. If your home is not making you money, it's not an asset, it's a liability. Liabilities are credit cards, car payments, debt, mortgages, and loans. Assets would be stocks, bonds, income generating real estate, businesses, and royalties on products or intellectual property. This simple concept is what sets the rich apart from the middle class. The rich don't pay for things. They let their assets pay. If you're rich, you wouldn't use your job bonus to upgrade your car to the new BMW. You would use that bonus money to create assets like buying a business or investing in stocks until the gains from that asset can pay your BMW. Putting money into assets like creating 24/7 employees that will always work to make you more money. Now that you know the most important concept, what can you do today to leave the middle class? If you're currently stuck in the middle class box, you probably have a job. You probably went to school for something, and you probably also have a good list of liabilities. That's okay. But here's what you need to change. You are your biggest asset. That means investing in yourself to learn is the best investment you can possibly make right now. And yes, stocks are assets, but they will normally give you a 7 to 8% return per year. A business that you build has no cap on the return per year. This doesn't mean you need to run to HR tomorrow to quit. Your job pays the bills while your business makes you wealthy. Can you lower your expenses? If you can, this will also speed up the process. Right now, you'll continue to use your current job income to pay your expenses and hopefully have something left over to put into your new asset. An asset is built from money and time. If there's nothing left over from your salary right now, you need to put in time. But it doesn't stop just there. Sadly, even with time and money, there's one thing that stops and holds so many people back. It's fear. What if I told you there's an investment opportunity with 60% chance of winning and 40% chance of losing? Would you invest? If you have extra cash, you would. But if we're talking about all your life savings and what you need to survive, most people wouldn't take it. I'm not saying that this is a good or bad investment, because we'd need to know a lot more. But what this helps us realize is that jumping to the choice of not investing is backed by fear. It's proven that we focus a lot more on avoiding losses rather than putting in the time to win. We covered more on this theory inside the Thinking Fast and Slow book review. The rich know when to take risk, which could be why most would agree to working to learn and not just working to earn. They know they can take the risk of having no earnings, but then the learnings are far more valuable. Your first challenge to complete today to begin fueling you for stepping into your rich life is making what Robert calls your I want and I don't want list. I want to retire at 40 and keep my lifestyle. I want to travel the world for 3 months without working. I don't want to be working for minimum salary like Bob. Being clear on what you do want and what you don't will open up your mind to what you need to do to get there, and also help you realize what you can stop spending on because it's worth putting that money somewhere else. The majority of the middle class will never break out of it because they're stuck playing keeping up with the Jonases. Of course, knowing how to manage your money is a skill needed to jump to the rich class. Another challenge you can put into place this week is starting by paying yourself first. The book explains a little more, but we find the book Profit First has the most implementable and easy to follow strategy. You can find that video on this channel as well. Keep in mind, it's not about how much money you make, but about how much money you keep. The middle class would ask for a raise only to spend it, not you. You always remember this quote that says, "Wealth is how many days you can survive without having to work." That also means if you have to work in a business, it's a job, not a business. That's why focusing on creating businesses that run passively are the ones that are considered assets. This means learning the skills to manage cash, people, and your personal time are very important. Focus on these skills and use the third challenge to build up your rich mindset anytime you're out. Instead of thinking, "I can't afford that," say to yourself, "How can I afford that?" That question alone will open up the doors to what it takes to be rich. If you've already read the book, go ahead and drop your thoughts down below. And if this episode left you hungry to know more, the book link is down below in the description.